Hello, beautiful people. All right. Today is day 2 of the Bandwagon Sports live show. We're going to go over some hot topics in the sport world. We're going to touch on some college football. We're going to touch on some NFL. We're going to add to our wagon of the week. We're going to talk about Thursday Night Football tonight. We're also going to talk about some other sports news. Yeah, today will be a good one. So, get your coffee ready. And let's enjoy this beautiful day. Hopefully I can get this coffee to get me all cracked out. Oh, some exciting news over this past night. We got old Brock Lesnar's daughter. Let's see if we can pull it up here. Brock Lesnar's daughter. Massive woman she is. Freaking freak athlete. Breaking the school record at Colorado State for shot put with an 18.5 meter throw. Good lordy. Let's read some of the top comments on here. It says, that is Brock Lesnar in a wig. He ain't fooling nobody. Oh, can't read the next one. But look at that. Look at those jeans. Looks like she is on what Brock Lesnar's on. Looks like Brock Lesnar's my steroid dealer. So, very interesting. Watched him growing up, fighting the MMA. I guess he was in WWE. Former football player too. So he was a freak athlete. Didn't do much in football, but good Lord, look at the shoulders on that woman. That is a big old woman if I've ever seen one. So, great way to start that. Like, she is jocked. She is jacked beyond jacked belief. Good lordy. So, that old Brock Lesnar. Other big sports news that happened last night. We got Luka Doncic with a triple-double at halftime. 29, 10, and 10. First ever player to have a 25-point triple-double at halftime. Let's see, since they've started tracking play-by-play in 1996, 1997. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. So we're going to dedicate this program to old Luka Magic. For that is our jersey of the day. Old Luka Magic from Slovenia. Doncic, baby. You always love seeing the Texas teams hold it down. And I don't know if it's too soon, but Luka Doncic could be our early MVP pick. If that's not a little too early. But old Doncic doing his thing. I don't even know what he ended up with, but man's a legend. I think he's going to give Joker a run for his money for the MVP race. So that will be fun. Let's look at some of his highlights from tonight or from last night. I think he started off the game with 4 3-pointers in a row. Let's tap in here.
That's how you start the game. Utah first possession of the game. They pop the ball up. Well, let's see what Dallas does with it. And Luka is matched up against Sean Collins.
Luka, easy money.
That's how you. Also, Kelly Olynyk and Jordan Clarkson. So it's a makeshift group tonight. Deep three. Okay.
Deep three, baby. Let's see if we get any step back. Ball.
shot
The
clock.
patented
And Luka does it again.
step back. Luka doing it again. And we got the last one to start off the game. Oh, step back. It is just too good. Like, good lordy. Like, the man's just not to these guys so dirty. Like, good lord. That is a specimen if I've ever seen one. So, Luka Doncic live stream dedicated to to the boy Doncic. Got a little dent in my ball. Step back. 3. Notice our old Doncic. We're going to hop right into our first subject of breaking news. We're going to do our college football scene. We got the Army-Navy jerseys. I don't even know if I have that on here. But Army-Navy jerseys, that is our game of the week. Only game that's playing this Saturday before bowl games start. We have Army in the brown, Navy in the Navy, of course. And they are playing their legendary game. Both teams 5 and 6. Haven't done anything too special this year, but could still be a good game to watch. I think Army or Navy, they've gone through like 5 or 6 different quarterbacks, so it'll be interesting to see who takes that victory. I think Army has taken 5 of the last 6, so could be another Army win, especially with those sick jerseys they have. Definitely a fan of the Army jerseys. Next, we're going to talk about old Ron DeSantis. Let's see if I can find it here. Ron DeSantis wants FSU to sue the College Football Committee. Says he's asking for $1 million to let Florida State sue the College Football Committee over their decision to exclude the undefeated Florida State football team for the 4-team playoff. I like that they're trying to back Florida State on this. It was pretty embarrassing that they were left out of this playoff, being 13-0, winning their conference, Power 5 conference. But I think College Football Committee, they did it for the best. They did it for viewers. They did it for everyone else. They did it for the good of the college football world. And would allow Texas to get in. They probably would have kicked out Texas. Probably, if they put in Florida State they probably put them at 3, and then they probably put I guess they put Alabama at 4. So I don't think this was a conversation of Alabama or Florida State getting in. I think this allowed Texas to get in, one of the bigger fan bases. I think Texas is the 3rd biggest fan base in the world. We're always going to be covering them Longhorns. We're always going to be biased towards them Longhorns. This really, I think, was for the betterment. We're going to see it when they play old Georgia. We're going to see them just get absolutely railed. I do think it is. I do think they should sue. I think they should get a little lawsuit in. I don't know what they'd end up doing or getting from it. I guess they'd just get compensation. But Ron DeSantis needs to be focusing on other stuff other than his football. We got 15 years ago today. Old Tim Tebow beating undefeated Alabama to win the SEC championship. Obviously, upset beating Alabama. I think everyone's happy when Alabama loses. But old Tim Tebow giving them the little for every game. I think that just did it. He's a stud. Got his Bible verse on his cheeks. His face cheeks, of course. But old Tim Tebow. What a man. Getting it done for the Gators. Gators this year couldn't even get it done against a crippled Florida State team. So Florida obviously not good at all. And I don't think they've been good for quite a while. So hopefully we can see them back eventually. But Texas joining the SEC, hopefully not. We got our first ever All-American team. First team offense, we got Jaden Daniels. Probably going to be Heisman quarterback. He is my top pick for Heisman quarterback. Definitely deserving of this. Running back, Ollie Gordon, second. Only game I saw was when he got destroyed by Texas in the Big 12 championship, but apparently he's been running the ball. Cody Schrader, couldn't tell you. Malik Neighbors, this is where it gets insane. Like, imagine if you're throwing to these three guys every Sunday in the NFL. You're throwing to Malik Neighbors, LSU's wide receiver, who Jaden Daniels has been throwing all of his touchdown passes to. Marvin Maserati, Harrison Jr. Rome Odunze. We'll see him in the college football playoff playing Texas. It's going to be a hard one for Texas to match up against. But Odunze doing his thing all year. Brock Bowers. You would have liked to see Sanders in here from Texas. But Brock Bowers doing his thing will definitely be top draft pick. Jackson Powers Johnson. Oh, this is where we get into the big boys. Joe Alt, Cooper Beebe, Talisi Fuaga, Olemaluwa Fashadawa. And then I don't think we're going to touch on the defense, but this team right here, I don't know the O-lineman, but everyone else, unstoppable force. I think they win the national championship if this is an actual team. I think they get the job done. What a powerhouse of an All-American team. Jaden Daniels just cheesing like always. What a guy, what a guy. Cool little Texas moment. We had Jonathan Brooks this past Big 12 championship come in at the end of the game. Obviously versus TCU. He suffered, what was it, an Achilles injury. A torn ACL. So I just want to give a shout out to Jonathan Brooks. I'm glad he was happy that he was able to get in on one of those final plays in the Big 12 championship, get handed the ball. You know that means a lot for him to just get padded up, do that last thing with the boys, since he was the one that had a major part in getting them there. So, Jonathan Brooks, what a guy. What a guy. That's our little Texas segment of the day. Looking forward, baby. Always give the horns up to old Jonathan Brooks. I think he had over 1,000 rushing yards. Probably would have been in that top running back position if all Brooks doesn't tear his Achilles or ACL. So love to see that little tribute to him, showing him some respect. But let's see. Next topic of conversation. This will be our last college football topic. Talking about Colorado and how they still have a lot to prove. At the beginning of the season, it was the hottest topic in college football. Coach Prime going to Colorado, having like 72 transfers. I think the most ever pretty much bringing his two sons, Travis Hunter, bringing some other Jackson State players, recruiting some all over college football. They're the hottest team coming out, beating national championship runner-up TCU in their first game. I think they win like their first 4. Super hot. It was the only topic of conversation. I was actually on the Dion train. I was on the prime time train. I wanted to watch those games every weekend. And then we see him play Oregon. And old Bo Nix just takes it to them. Takes it to them. I think Colorado only puts up 1 touchdown. Oregon puts up 42 on them. And then we see them, I think, lose out till the end of the year. And we never heard from them again. So this could definitely hurt recruiting. Primetime saying that he's recruiting some offensive linemen. He's recruiting linemen to get some protection to his quarterback, his son. Obviously, I think his son was like the most sacked quarterback in college football. So getting some protection to his son is definitely going to be beneficial. But I think with what I've been seeing, you got all these people decommitting from there. They're all leaving. Obviously, primetime is going to bring some good people in. But I think the Colorado hype train is dead. I think I have old primetime leaving Colorado in the next few years. I don't know what his contract looked like, but I can see him definitely getting out of here in the next few years. That'll be the end of our little college football segment. We're going to hop into the NFL. And then we got some NBA topics. And then we got our Wagon of the Week picks. I'm going to add to it. We're going to see what our record is for Wagon of the Weeks. So, NFL. Got a big game tonight. Big game. Thursday night football. Steelers versus Patriots. We got old Bailey Zappi throwing laser beams. Got old Mitch Trubisky throwing laser beams. This game is going to be the worst primetime game we have seen. This is going to be god awful. Backup quarterbacks in. I don't see this going over 10 points total. Over under. My over under line is 10. I see this being a field goal matchup. You know Bailey Zappi's not going to throw any touchdowns. He's going to be throwing probably a few picks. And you're going to have old TJ Watt strip sacking Bailey Zappi all night. And you got old Mitch Trubisky. Now, New England doesn't have any fancy type of defense, but Mitch Trubisky coming in, obviously not better than Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's had a rough year offensively. Mitch is coming in talking like he's going to be throwing dimes. He's like, we are going to be super aggressive. I don't think he's going to do anything. I think we got Pittsburgh a 6-point favorite. I think the line's at 6 points. I think I don't know what they're expecting it to be, like 9-3 or something. Or 6-0. But that is, I think for my pick of the week, I had Steelers. I think Steelers cover 6 points. Steelers. Give me the Steelers. I'm adding to my wagon of the week. 6 points. Over under 30.5 points. I am betting the under 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000 on this one. There is no way both teams put up at least 15 points. 2 touchdowns each. There is no way. This is going to be a remake of Chicago Vikings that we just saw earlier this season. We are not going to see anything explosive from these two. This is going to be awful matchup. You're going to hate watching this one. You're going to get bored. You're going to want to leave, go to sleep, go take a dump. You're going to want to drink some brewskis just to get through this one. Not going to be a good one to watch. But Mitch Trubisky covering the line, winning by more than 6 points. And I'm taking the under. QB rankings of the week. Our QB week 14 rankings. You already know who we got. Dak Prescott coming in at number 1 after a stellar week. I like this list. Other than CJ Stroud not being in the top 10 right here, you got Jordan Love, you got Justin Fields. Where is old CJ Stroud? CJ Stroud only has, 2 picks on the season? Number 11? So, very surprising. Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts. They're putting Brock Purdy at number 5, and they're saying Brock Purdy is MVP frontrunner. I think Dak Prescott, with that mean look in his face, with them playing the Eagles this week, I think this is where he cements his legacy and cements his resume for MVP. MVP Dak, riding with Dak. Dak is MVP. I don't know how much more I have to say. This dude is MVP. We're gonna touch more on this. I think I got some stats for you. What makes Dak Prescott? What makes him MVP candidate? NFL ranked passing touchdowns. Tossing it up to CD Lamb. First in the NFL. Passing touchdowns to interception ratio. Last year he had a ton of interceptions. This year he might throw a little brick every once in a while, but dude is just slanging touchdowns. First in the passing touchdowns to interception rank. Passing rating, number 2 overall. Just I don't know who could be number 1. Probably old Brocketh Purdy. But you got old Dakamus Prescotteth. Number 2 passing rating. Wins. Tied for second. 8-3. Only have 3 losses. Could have been a better season losing to Arizona. But I like where they're at right now. I like where they're at in the season. Completion percentage tied for second. Dude's just accurate. Dude, just when he is launching it, he's launching it for a reason. So I think that's a good reason why his interceptions are down. Being more conscious with where he's throwing the ball. So old Dak Prescott, you know we're riding with him for MVP. He's gonna have to have a great last few games. He's gonna have a tough schedule, but Dak Prescott gets it done. Let's see here. Let's go back to the power rankings. Okay. All right, so you don't even have Bailey Zappi or Zach Wilson on here. I think we have Zach Wilson starting this week for the New York Jets. Zach Wilson getting another chance them getting rid of Tim Boyle. Poor Tim had to step into it. Just an absolute shit situation. And yeah, that is. I mean, those New York Jets, they are something else. I got old Brees Hall on my fantasy team. Oh. He is doing me dirty this year. Let's see, we got Tyreek Hill. Mitzi's wrong about running the route. This is actually a funny little interaction right here. Let's see if we can get this. See if we can get this pulled up. This is so funny. You have him saying, "What kind of throw was that? Don't do that again." And Mike McDaniel, he's trying to make you go viral. Guess what? He just did. Give you an op. You gotta Willie Mays that shit. I mean, what? So let's listen to this.
To the right, looking for him. Deep down the field. And go! What a movement by Hill to kick that football.
What was that?
He's turning the inside. The ball was going to the outside. And he weaved his way back. Another bomb. 2 yards to the Hill. Touchdown. What the hell was that, boy? What the hell was that, boy? Don't do that again.
He's trying to make you go viral. Guess what? He just did. Gave you up. You got Willie Mays it. That's perfect. That is perfect. You know what? I'm wrong, bro. I can admit when I'm wrong. I'm like, damn.
So you have Hill, as you can see in the route, takes a look to his left because he thinks the ball is coming to his left. Tua puts it on his right. He readjusts mid-stride to look to the right, catch the ball for a touchdown, 77 yards. I think it was one of the first plays of the game. Tyreek Hill getting the job done. So you got Tyreek looking left, having to adjust, looking right, running 20 miles per hour, catching the ball, goes in. I mean, it just shows like how freakish of an athlete this man is, and he thinks Tua has it all wrong. He's like, "What are you doing, boy?" He's like, "Don't do that again." And Tua's like, "Ha ha ha, funny, bro." Then he comes to the sideline. Mike McDaniel was like, "Nah, Tyreek, you had that wrong." He's like, "Oh shoot, my bad." But dude, he is just such a freak athlete that it doesn't even matter. So Tyreek gets it done. I think it is absurd that Tyreek is not one of the MVP front runners. He's probably going to break the receiving record, as we touched on yesterday, beating Calvin Johnson. Old Megatron. He's going to have over 2,000 yards, potentially, this season, if all goes well. And he's not even a candidate. It's literally all quarterbacks, which obviously a quarterback has to throw it to him, but that means Tyreek's not doing as much. He's sitting off every play, and he's still getting 2,000 yards in a season. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Like, they are hoeing the man. Like, come on, get our boy Tyreek in the MVP race. Come on. Get Tua out of there. I know he's having a hell of a season. Get him out of there. Replace him with Tyreek. Like, come on. Another cool thing in the NFL, first time a father-son duo has played in the same game since 1921. So you got Jacksonville head coach and his son, Jacksonville player. So Jack's head coach, Doug Peterson. Son Josh, set to make debut on Monday Night Football. So cool that his son is making a debut. I don't know if he will play or not, or if I don't know if he's just on the team, but still cool to see that. First time since 1921. That is actually kind of crazy. It's 100 years right there. So hope they get it done. I guess you'll probably have Trevor Lawrence out. I don't know who they're playing, but that would be a sick thing to have happen. Let's get Jags by $1 million. Hayden Hurst. I had my boy Hayden Hurst at the beginning of the season. He did amazing. Just one game, like 14 points. His dad talking about what the doctor said. I guess he had a huge hit November 9th when they were playing Chicago. And he hasn't been like the same ever since. But apparently he's been diagnosed with post-traumatic amnesia. If I'm not wrong, amnesia. I think this man is forgetting stuff. He is not all there mentally. So really sad thing. You hope that he can kind of get past this. I don't know if it's just like a lingering thing from the hit, or if this is going to be something permanent. But really shows the severity of the sport. I feel like I've seen the most injuries this season. So you really just want to look after these players' safety. Hope that Hayden and his family, like, thoughts and prayers to him. Hope that he has a speedy recovery, because he was doing the damn thing when he was healthy. But obviously you play this game to set yourself up for life, and you hate to see when it's just completely ruining the life. So thoughts and prayers to Hayden. So we got Raheem Mostert. He's been a stud all year. I think he is actually the top running back, if not the second running back behind Christian McCaffrey. Raheem Mostert is just doing the damn thing. You can see him hurdling right here. He has just been doing the damn thing. He has 14 rushing touchdowns, more than Christian McCaffrey, more than Jalen Hurts, more than Gus Edwards, more than David Montgomery. Ranking him number 1 in touchdowns, or just in rushing touchdowns total. I mean, this dude, he is just getting it up. Like, look at that. Look at him hurdle. Like, oh my goodness. But what's actually crazy is Raheem has more touchdowns than some NFL teams. Rushing touchdowns. So it's a crazy year. Raheem Mostert has more rushing touchdowns than some teams have rushing touchdowns. So New York Jets, 3 rushing touchdowns. Denver Broncos, 4 rushing touchdowns. Giants, 4. Minnesota, 5. I mean, that's 4 teams right there. Let's keep going. You got more rushing touchdowns than Panthers, Packers, Patriots, Buccaneers, Bengals, Kansas City Chiefs, Raiders, Steelers, Texans, Bears, Chargers, Seahawks, Falcons, Titans, Saints, Browns, Cowboys, Commanders, Rams, Cardinals. Like, the dude is just running the ball. And what's crazy is he's on Mike McDaniel's, like, super team. So, Miami, I know they've had some tough losses. I don't think they're doing very well against above 500 teams. But they are an explosive offense. They are very scary. Mike knows what he's doing. They could be some Super Bowl contenders in the next few years. I don't know about this year. But with Tyreek, Mostert, A-Chain, Tua, they are going to be a problem. So, shout out to Mostert. Keep running that damn ball. Keep doing your thing. Very impressive. You got Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy. apparently he's going under surgery before this Sunday's game. I think it's for appendicitis. So pray for him, speedy recovery, and that he's out there on Sunday doing his damn thing. Oh, Mike McCarthy, what an absolute dog. What a dog. Doing a surgery. He's like one of these NFL players. Doing a surgery, but actually playing that same week. The dude's getting it done. Dude's doing his thing. You gotta love that. Gotta love old Mike. And then we just got all the Miami Dolphins news right here. We got old Mike McDaniel talking in 2022 about trading for Tyreek Hill.
He's talking about Tyreek Hill, and I'm like, what? This is why I'm not GM. I'm like, tell him they can have everything. But then once I did that, and I was like, wow, that's pretty irresponsible. I better check the because it's not like I was watching Tyreek. I thought he was untouchable. So I'm like, I better turn this stuff on. It started with every target, and then turned into every pass of that year, and then it turned into for the last 3 years. I couldn't stop, and then I was in too deep. Right. But he became stressed, like, we have to have him. I said, Chris, that's like one of the only non-quarterbacks that you do whatever it takes. Chris walks in.
It's Mike McDaniel here giving his reasons why Tyreek should be in the MVP race. Like, this is one of the only players outside of a quarterback that you want to do everything in your power to get him on your team. You saw it with Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes just launching touchdowns. You see him doing it this season. Probably going to hit the 2,000 mark. Like, Tyreek is a special player. And he is probably the best receiver, the best just offensive player that there is in this league. So you like this little audio where, Mike McDaniel, tell them they can have everything. Like, that's what you got to do when you see a special player like this. And I don't know if he was the only one that recognized this, but he is just a genius, and he is taking coaching in a different way. This is a cool picture. So we got playoff picture. Okay. So really special coach right there. All right, now we're gonna hop into some NBA action. Last night, obviously, Luka Magic putting up the 25-point triple-double at half, at 29 points. The first ever 25-point triple-double at half. Got Embiid doing his thing, 50 points. You had Spurs, their 15-loss losing streak. And then obviously tonight, for Thursday night, we got the in-season tournament semifinals. So really going to touch on this. This is going to be my wagon of the week. We're going to add to our wagon of the week picks. You got it tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Pacers, Bucks. Give me the Bucks by 1,000,000. I don't know a single team on this Pacers team. Apparently they can just score at will. And apparently this is like the highest ever over-under game that the NBA's ever had. But I've never been a Pacers fan. I don't know anything about the Pacers. So just knowing that, and then you got old Dame time, you got old Giannis. I think Bucks roll the Pacers. I think they roll Pacers, obviously, extraordinary team. But, yeah, give me the Bucks. Right after that, 9 p.m. Eastern time, you got Pelicans, Lakers. Like, what are these teams? Obviously, nobody took this in-season tournament seriously. Or the teams that did don't really matter, except for maybe the Bucks. Lakers, I don't think they're going to get it done this year. The Lakers apparently went undefeated in the in-season tournament, little pool play. And then won their last game. I don't know if they're doing it for their teammates or what, but they are just doing their thing. Pelicans have no business being here. Like Pelicans, Lakers, Pacers, what are these teams doing here? Where are the Mavericks? Where's Boston? Where is the Nuggets? Like, Nuggets didn't even take this seriously. We obviously know the Nuggets' best team in the NBA right now. I'm saying obviously. My opinion. But these teams, like, good lordy. I think Bucks by 1 million. And just for the script, give me Los Angeles Lakers beating the Pelicans. Nobody wants to watch the Pelicans. Nobody wants to watch the Pacers. Get those trash teams out of here. Those are my picks. Luke Magic, obviously doing his thing. Spurs drop 15th straight game. Like, come on, Popovich. You got the number 1 overall pick. And y'all are just getting destroyed. Y'all are just getting worked. 15 straight game they've dropped. Wemby, I'm not gonna say it too early that he's a bust. He'll obviously develop into the NBA. He'll become a better player. But Wemby, I think scoring wise, I think he's like 48th player in the NBA. Rebounds, I think he's number 9. He's in the top 10. Assists, blocks, the dude is outside the top 100. So this player, obviously spend your first round draft pick on the man. But for this season, give me a big ol' bust. Popovich has to be upset with his team's performance. I don't have anything going for him. Look at this. LLL, LLL, LL, 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 LL. I mean, look at that face. Another loss? I mean, the man is just getting railed. Obviously, they're probably rebuilding. They probably have a really young team. But old Pop. Tanking for Wemby still. I remember for the show we're posting Wemby left and right. We're silent right now. So yeah. Very, very silent. So alright, that's gonna just about wrap it up for us. We're gonna end our segment with our wagon of the week. We're gonna add to it. Thursday night tonight. We're gonna see how I do tomorrow morning. Thursday night. We have Steelers, Patriots, line 6. Give me, you know what? I'm switching it up. Give me the, I'm gonna get Patriots plus 6. Patriots plus 6. And then over under, 30.5. It's not many points. Give me, everybody's probably thinking the under. I'm going to take Patriots +6 and give me the over. Switching it up. Doing it audible. Switching it up. But still, give me the Steelers money line. So we got Steelers money line, Patriots +6, and give me the over. In-season tournament. I just told y'all who I thought was going to win. That was my first thoughts. Now let's think a little more into it. Nah, we're sticking with it. Bucks money line, Lakers money line. Those are my wagon of the week. Whoa. Wagon of the week. Yeah. And that's going to do it for us, beautiful people. Have a beautiful day. Get some work done. Be productive. And that is Bandwagon Sports signing out. Signing out.